If anyone missed the beginning, we're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. If you can just grab a pen or pencil and some paper. Okay, I think we're gonna begin. So welcome everyone to my Drawing Your Inner Voice workshop. Thank you so much to The Believer for hosting Friday Night Comics and to the Sequential Artists Workshop for co-sponsoring tonight. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Danny Noble, and you can find me on Instagram as Monday_Morn. I think it might be in the chat box as well, or you can Google Danny Noble. Actually, if you Google Danny Noble, you'll get a famous American footballer, or as you call them, footballers. But if you Google Danny Noble comics, hopefully I should pop up. You can probably tell from my accents that I'm not a local girl. I'm coming to you from sunny Brighton in the south of England. Not so sunny at the moment because it's midnight here. So sorry in advance if I start nodding off or slurring. So I'm from Brighton, but my book, Shame Pudding, comes out of Brooklyn. It was published last year by a amazing new publisher, Street Noise Books. They're relatively new, but they've already got a fantastic lineup of books. So if you haven't discovered them yet, please check them out. And Shame Pudding is about my two funny Jewish grandmas, about my amazing family. But it's also about how I was a weird little kid who spent a lot of time worrying about stuff and working things out in my head. And I've realised that as an adult, I still do that a lot. So I might be walking along and I'll suddenly find myself by the sea. How did I get there? It's because I've been having a chat with myself. Or I'll be listening to an audiobook and I've missed 3 chapters. I was having a much more entertaining row in my own head. So it's sometimes helpful, especially when those voices aren't so helpful, to put a face to them. So I thought that's what we could do today. Here are some of my voices. I've got anxious dog here who likes to chase his tail and bark a lot. Also have cheerleading grizzly bear who thinks I'm incredible, laughs at my jokes much harder than anyone else does. And then what I'm concentrating on today, a weird hybrid of Danny and Panicky Bird. So I've recently discovered not everybody does talk to themselves. So if you don't, then you can use your imagination, or you can borrow one of my voices. But what I thought we'd do today, if it's all right, is we'll have a couple of minutes just to sketch out what we might think our voices look like. Then we're going to draw some panels, and I'm going to talk through every step. But in our first panel, we're going to be setting off on a task. In the second panel, our voice will pop up and say something to us. In the third panel, we will react somehow to this voice. And then in the fourth one, we'll tie it all up. So there we go. So I'm going to put the timer on. If you have grab your first bit of paper, and if you feel comfortable, shut your eyes for a second. Deep breath.
and have a listen to that voice. Mine were all animals. Yours doesn't have to be an animal. It could be you with a hat on. It could be a cup of tea. It could be the ocean. It could be a mobile phone. Whatever comes to your head. Where's this timer? Okay, 2 minutes starting now. If you can't hear your voice, if nothing's coming to mind, just put your pen on the paper and start wiggling around. One minute left. Okay, that's 2 minutes. Don't worry if you haven't finished, you can carry on as I'm talking. Next, we're just going to have a minute to draw out 4 panels. Now, I'm going to do it in this grid shape, but if you're a traditionalist, you might want to do a strip and a line, or they don't all have to be the same size. You might want to set your scene with a large panel at the beginning, and then do some 3 beautifully drawn. I haven't used a ruler, but I've gone freestyle. You can do what you like. Or some people might want to start off with the action and then save a big, large panel for the impressive finale. So that's 1 minute just to do that now. Okay, finishing up now. Again, if you're not done, you can carry on while I'm talking. So we go to the first panel. We're setting off on our mission, and it can be as wild as going to space, time travel, wrestling with dinosaurs, or it can be something as simple as making a sandwich you've never made before, going to a job interview. Just something that might set your inner voice off chatting. Okay, so 4 minutes. I'm not very good with technology. Excuse me. 4 minutes starting now.
The most important thing about this is to enjoy it. I would really love to see your pictures at the end, but absolutely no pressure. This is for you to explore and have fun. And I know some people don't like working so fast. I think it's actually can be really helpful to have time limits, just to encourage you to look at what's most essential in a picture. So you might be looking at dramatic gestures, facial expressions. Always really helps to pull the facial expression you're drawing. So yeah, if you're used to working with longer time, then just see this as an exercise. If you're super fast and you're like, Danny, finished with a minute, then you can maybe decorate the panels. You can start shading, draw some background characters. And if anyone has any questions, put them in the chat and I'll try and answer as I'm.
We have our first question from Renee, who is wondering if you could provide guidance on connecting to your inner voice.
Oh, well, great question. I think just listening, and again, if nothing's springing to mind, I think the action of drawing really helps. So if you start drawing spirals, you start drawing some circles and see what comes up. But yeah, mine very they announced themselves. Then one was definitely an anxious dog on fireworks night that yeah, needed a friendly reassurance. So there's 1 minute left. Very calming watching you all draw. I think I might set up a space in my workshop so I can relax by watching other people working. It's really nice. I know some people in the UK have been doing, whilst we've been in lockdown, have been doing remote draw-togethers. Okay, that's 4 minutes. So for my first panel, you can see there, I've drawn me coming to talk with you at the workshop, because I was very excited, but it also started lots of voices chatting in my head. So yeah, we'll get to have a look at yours at the end, but we'll move on to the second panel now. So in the second panel, your voice pops up and says something to you. 4 minutes starting now. Now, if you want to challenge yourselves, you can have a think about perspective. You can think about what part of the action you're showing. So you can think of yourself as a director of the comic. So do you want to go close up? Are you panning out and showing a long shot? Or you can keep it simple like I do and have talking heads. That's one of the things I love best about comics, is that they can help you communicate an idea really simply, or you can be as layered and mysterious and confusing as you like. So just some things to think about. And again, yeah, if no voice has popped up, then put the pen on the paper and scribble. I haven't been, is there any more questions? I haven't been keeping a beady eye on the chat. Okay, there's just about 30 seconds left to finish off this panel. And that's your lot. Okay. Again, carry on drawing as I'm talking if you want. So for my second panel, my Danny stroke bird hybrid has popped up. What if everyone is bored? What if you forget your words? What if you puke on your own lap? Now that at least hasn't happened yet. So on to the fourth panel. No, I missed one. Third panel. 4 minutes. You're going to react to your inner voice. Has your inner voice been kind? Have they been helpful? Are you going to respond in a friendly manner? 4 minutes beginning now. And another thing to think about is whether you're using words or not. You can, like I've said before, show a lot with gestures and expressions. but you can use speech bubbles, you can use written sound effects. And it's interesting to think about the space between the panels. Are you jumping straight from one to the other, or is some time passed in between? And you can use that space for either comedy purposes or to build up atmosphere. Somehow I lost my pencils already. Ah, here we go. And one thing, whilst I have you all here, I'd like to remind you, if you're drawing a lot, really useful to stretch your hands and fingers out. I mean, we're not doing too much intensive drawing today, but I found lots of good YouTube videos that show specific finger wrist stretches for artists. And if you're anything like me, draw hunched up and gripping onto your pen too tight, it's really useful to be reminded to shake it out, have a stretch around, do some neck rolls. I always find it helpful when people remind me, so I thought tonight, remember the neck rolls. One minute left for panel 3. Neck rolls and hydration. Okay, 4 minutes. So for my third panel, I'm saying, what are you talking about? They're all watching in silent awe. I don't know if you can see where this is heading. I haven't done the most subtle joke. Okay, so panel number 4, the finale. Starting now, 4 minutes. How are you gonna tie it all up? Are you gonna have a punchline? Are you gonna leave it on a cliffhanger? Are you gonna tie it up in a neat bow or leave questions to be answered? I'm so looking forward to seeing what you've all made. So if anyone has joined late, just a quick reminder, we're drawing 4 panels. In the first panel, setting off on a mission, a task. Second panel, our inner voice pops up. Third panel, we respond to the voice. And in the fourth one, everything comes together, all falls apart. Have you befriended your voice? Have you split ways? Has a third voice turned up? One minute left to finish off before we get to the sharing portion. And that's 4 minutes. Well, I didn't quite finish there, but there I am in the fourth panel with everybody shouting at me to unmute and turn my audio on. So there we go. And now we get to the best bit, the sharing portion. So if you'd like to show your work, can you, oh, everyone started already. You don't need me. If you tap the raise your hand button next to your name, or if you're technologically unable, like me, you can lift your hand the traditional way, then one of the team will highlight you. Hi. Hello there. Oh, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I just did that.
Can you just say your name and where you're from?
Is this fine? Can you guys hear me? Is this
Yes, lovely.
okay? Yeah, this is the first one. We're facing a kind of oxygen shortage in my country right now because of the requirement for the corona patients. So yeah, COVID patients need that. So I thought, like, my inner voice was telling me that we need to make more oxygen. So these are water molecules floating in the air, and I have decided to electrolyze oxygen for them. At which point, the second panel goes, yeah, the two voices show up at the same point. One of them says, what do you call it? Oh, okay, that's one. Where are you going to put this single oxygen atom? You need two at a time to make oxygen, and the other water molecules are escaping. You don't have enough electrical charge left to keep them on. And the fourth panel goes, 1 second, I can't read it myself actually. So they're gone, and now we have two separate hydrogen atoms left with an oxygen molecule left. At that point, at the end, the hydrogen explodes and we all die. So
wow, what an ending. Oh, I love your beautiful lines and science and art combined. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So that was
lovely. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth.
Hi.
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. And
Hi.
this is a lot more serious than I really expected it to, but my inner voice is sort of a Muppety, sort of more obnoxious version of myself. And so this will be my first kind of post-vaccine visit with someone else. And my inner voice is plaguing me with questions about, is it really a good idea? And I'm saying, please just let me have this. And then turns out it is a good idea because I get to hug somebody.
Oh, yay. Oh, I think that's something loads of us will relate to. That's beautiful. I'm so glad it had a happy ending. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello. My name's Stuart.
Hi.
I'm calling from Scotland. So it's midnight here as well. And so my inner voice was a obnoxious, overly confident, loud frog. And I'm trying to get it with the light. So 1 second. So here's me. And I'm in a bit of a kind of gloom and doom. It's reversed on my screen. I don't know if it is for yours. But I'm saying, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm totally unprepared for the day. I can't do anything. I'm terrible. And the frog says, what are you talking about? You're amazing. You can do anything. And I'm like, but, and it's like, anything. And so starstruck and inspired. I'm like, yeah, I can do anything. Like, watch out, day, here I come. And then in the last scene, the frog's shouting, trousers are important too, because I've got so carried away and enthusiastic that I've warmed out the house.
Oh, I love how your frog is viciously supportive. That is glorious. And thank you so much for staying up till 1 a.m. from Scotland. Hi.
Oh, hey. I'm Nikki. I'm from the Philippines. This is I'm in New Zealand right now, but I'm from the Philippines. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is just the first panel is just a bunch of people telling me to find my inner voice and looking very impatient. And over here, I think that's a tortoise telling everyone to shut up.
Yeah.
And then in the third panel, it's me as a cactus saying, I'm trying to think. And this is the last panel, Windy, sorry. And that's me as a cactus, but with a face and saying, I'm still thinking. This is going to take a while. Go get a cup of coffee. I'm not sorry.
That is adorable. I love you as a cactus. That's fantastic. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is James. I'm from California, and here's my well, the first one is the dragon is telling me that I've become more serious than I thought it was. I used to work at Apple for a long time, and I don't work anymore. And it's saying you're going to be a failure since you don't work there anymore. And that's the Apple store and everything. People back there. I didn't work at the store, but like at a corporate. And I forgot what I wrote, but if you wouldn't have done that and that, you wouldn't have, whatever, you wouldn't be there. And then it says I'm going to be back. I'm going to be okay. Leave me alone. I have more time now. I couldn't fit. I haven't really drawn on the fly like this, so.
That was fantastic.
Then the last one was me telling more or less the dinosaur just I'm going to be all right. I have lots of time for creativity now, and I'm drawing so much these days. So, and he's just kind of like saying, "Yeah, sure, I'll be back."
No,
it was more serious.
That dragon out.
What's that?
You showed that dragon. I think that you slayed the dragon.
Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see.
Beautiful. Hi.
Hi, my name is Mimi. I'm from New York. This is my comic. So the first one is just me. I want a burrito. And my inner voice is saying, aren't you already in one? I could use a real burrito. And that's about it. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Now I want a burrito. Hi.
Hello. Can you?
Oh, hi.
Unmuted. All right. I drew it all in one. My inner voice is a two-headed bird.
Beautiful. I love how you've laid everything out on the page. It's gorgeous.
And I think my inner voice saw a flower and says, "Who gets the flower, my brother or me?" Because there's two. My inner voice is split into two because sometimes I think I don't think in one language. And then the me tries to tell my inner voice, who's a two-headed bird, but you two are one and the same. You're both me. That's orange me. And in a rage, my inner voice flies away and says, "F you! You don't get to decide. We'll do what we want to do." And then my inner voice leaves me holding the flower.
Oh, I love how inventive that is. And what a dynamic page altogether. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is called Bird Spreading the Word, because I felt as if my inner voice was a bird. The stack of books is a stack right over here to my left. So this is a bird reading a book. And then in the next panel, you can see the book is open and there's a picture of a bird, which is causing the bird to have some sense of self-realization. Then below that is a picture of the joy of reading with a little bit of smile on the bird. And the last one is a panel of the bird flying away, carrying the book, although I had some trouble trying to figure out how would a bird carry a book, but that's it.
I think you solved it. That's brilliant. It's like a storyboard for a film. Really thought about the perspective there. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Marissa. I'm in Berkeley, California. And so I'm not sure if I really did the assignment right, but my inner voice character is this little snail with a rocket on him.
Oh.
He flies through space. And I kind of made like two different versions because partway through I realized I was doing it wrong. But I guess this is the more storied, the one with more of a story. So it starts off with the snail flying through space. He sees a planet that he thinks might be his new home. And he wonders if it is, but when he gets there, it's a planet that's like full of salt shakers. So he flies away again.
Yeah. I did not see that coming. And even the image of a snail and a rocket, brilliant. Hi.
Hi, I'm Debbie from Melbourne, Australia.
Hi.
Actually, originally from the US. It's like 9:30 in the morning here. I did a little zine, and my voice is saying, "But what if it's all sold out?" And then I'm the only person there. And then my voice is saying, "But what if there's none left at the bakery and the bakery's like full of all the cakes?" And then the final person said, "It's going to be okay. It'll all work out." And then my inner voice says, "It will only work out if I worry about it."
I know that feeling. Wow, you made an entire book. That's so impressive.
Thank you.
I love how different everyone is. This is amazing.
Hi, I did not expect to go now. So my name's Jen. I'm from the US, and this is my comic. So the first one is me waking up, 9 a.m. Is the text switched? I can flip my.
No, that's okay. You're just showing the right way around.
And so this is the second one, and then I named my inner voice Bobby. And Bobby is feeling really negative as he wakes up, and he's saying, "It's not worth it." There's Bobby. And then the caption says, "Bobby is a downer." The second one is me talking back and saying, I already know that. Ugh, he's being so stubborn today. Get on with it and climb up the ladder. And the caption says, I need Bobby to follow me in order to really start my day. And then the third one, can everyone see? I hope. Says, sometimes Bobby doesn't listen to me, so I have to give him a hand. Bobby saying, sorry, I'm a bit tired. Bobby can be frustrating to deal with, but we begrudgingly work together. And that's the end.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's, yeah, really, to be kind to your annoying inner voice is the best way, I think. Hi.
Hello, my name is Rob. I am from Nebraska in the very middle of the United States. I did mine digitally, so I hope that's okay. Is that enough?
Of course.
My inner voice is a rocking horse. I don't know why, but I made, let's see if you can see this. The first panel.
Oh, wow, yes.
Looking out. Can you see okay? Okay, I can't tell. Looking out a window.
Yeah, we can see.
And then telling me to go on an adventure because I can't go anywhere right now, but I can still have an adventure in my mind. And sometimes I need to remind myself of that. So.
Oh, I love that.
So just giving me some permission to have fun.
Yes, perfect. And the rocking horse is such a emblem of childhood. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I'm in Southern Maine. And my concept was kind of, I took my inner voice on an adventure interacting with other people's inner voices. So it starts at the bus stop. It's really hot. And then some other people get there. We're all flowers though.
I heard what you said.
We're in the sharing portion.
And then a tree gets there. And then we're all standing in the shade together.
Amazing. I love how meta that is, finding other people's inner voices. That's perfect. Hi.
Everybody, hi. I didn't expect to be on screen. So hi, I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and my inner voice is my mom. She's smoking a cigarette and she has her hair in curlers. She's clutching her little cigarette pack, which was a little kiss lock little purse set, and drinking coffee. And
that's beautiful.
And where am I? Oh, here I have to sit down and work in my workroom, and I have to do some writing and thinking and stuff. And that's what, and I'm saying work. And then my inner voice is like, too big for your britches, genie ass, which is what she called me when I was a little kid. And I'm just like, and then because I was working with this big brush pen that I couldn't maneuver, I switched pens here and I'm working with a finer point. And there's my mom with her arms crossed, and she got her cigarette pack in her pocket. And I'm like, more therapy? Shit. And then here I am, and that's where I work, and I'm doing my work. So meanwhile, my dog's laying on her little bed, and I'm doing my work, and I'm like, okay, but some other time. And the voice is saying, with respect to my having to change the pen, a poor carpenter blames his tools. So it never ends. It's okay, some other time.
Dripping with humor. I love that one. Hi.
Hello, that was excellent. I'm Katia. I'm in Connecticut, but
hi.
I was not initially from here.
I recognize the accent.
So this minor voice, I don't know, maybe a dog, maybe just me, but I think I settled for this strange blob. And this is my little cloffice where I try to write. And I'm sitting there about to write. And then there's a little knock on the door. And there he is. What you doing? And then I'm like, oh, God. He's like, I'm bored. And then, of course, he comes in, he's like, oh, you don't mind me. You won't even know I'm here. And then I realize I'm not going to get anything done. So he wins, I give up, and we go and have a nice cup of tea and a piece of cake. There's always time for
Oh, always succumb to the blob. That's love it. Thank you for sharing. Hi.
Hi, sorry. I guess it probably surprises everyone. Sorry. Of course, I'm on my phone, so of course all these notifications pop up. But so my inner voice is just me. It's always just me, and then always pops up when I'm washing dishes. So there I am, casually washing dishes, and then all of a sudden it hits me that all these plans that I've made might fail, and I'm just going to be a big failure. And what will my daughters think when they get older? And then I tell myself to take a nice deep breath in, and then a nice deep breath out.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it. It's a dangerous sport doing the dishes.
It is.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Bye.
Is okay. Sorry, I didn't think I would get picked. So I did. Here is. I can't see myself here. Can y'all see that? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one, this is actually an experience. From an experience that I had observing a dog. I was born with this really cool mask on my face, and it's just a dog that has like a big spot kind of around his eye. And then here it says, it's a good thing too, if the world knew how cute I was. And then in the last one, it was kind of hard to draw, but it says chaos would ensue. Anyway, it's
gorgeous. Really beautiful. Thank you. Hello.
You don't realize it.
Hey, got me off guard. All right, here I am riding down the hill on my bike, and my inner voice, which apparently is a robot head with glasses and disguise glasses, said, "What happens if you fall?" And I'm alarmed by this thought. And then it ends with me giving a TED talk about how I invented an ejector seat for
such a good
thank you. Thank you.
That was
Hi there.
Hi.
Well, this was fun. My inner voice is a pen.
Oh, cool.
And it gets me into trouble. It says, let's go to the beach. And the pen says, okay, you're my inner voice. It's been a year since we've been there. Oh, or anywhere really. But I don't need GPS. I have a great sense of direction. Are you kidding? You can get lost in Costco. Time's wasting. Be spontaneous. Where are we? Could have sworn that was west. Oops, sorry.
Oh, beautiful. The pen is mightier than the sword. Hi.
Shay, you're up.
Sorry, I just putting some. My name is Shay. I'm from Vancouver. So my inner voice is very messy. Yes, this is the one. It was just some shapes and lines came up. This was the second one I did, and here this is the third, and this is the fourth. But there's no story to it, so.
Beautiful, really atmospheric. Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, I'm J.M. Hunter outside of Columbus, Ohio.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me? Okay. All right, so my inner voice is pretty much like everybody else's. We're imposter syndrome. And today it decided to represent itself as a Gary Oldman Dracula hybrid with a bird. So, so despair, mocking, and then while it might seem a little morbid right here where he just killed the character of the inner voice, it's more like I eat my feelings a lot. So, and I'm currently on a diet, so I can't have donuts. So this is kind of what happened.
Eating your feelings instead.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those
My
images.
despair. So.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing. I think we've got time for a couple more. Hi.
Hello, I'm Eileen Parks. I live in Vermont, but I am in Massachusetts tonight. My inner voice is a way too articulate 3-year-old, and starts chattering when I try to get back into playing tennis. You got a bad serve. Here you go again. You're never gonna pick any. You're not gonna get better. Also likes to tell me that I'm driving the wrong way on the freeway, and that's fun. And then I say, I need a timeout from you. And then when your inner voice is a toddler, you need a firm outside voice. And I really appreciate this exercise, and everyone's art is really great. It's been good. Thank you.
Isn't it? Oh, well, that was beautiful and so relatable. Thank you so much for sharing. Hi.
Sorry, I was like still trying to figure out how to draw a braid. So I'm Erica, I'm in Brooklyn. So this first one was like, I was like, okay, maybe I'll write for a bit. And then my inner voice is like a octopus. I was like reading about them today. So it's like all the other things you think about doing, like I should sweep the floor, I should go lay on the floor. So in the third one, it's like just totally over, it's like sat on my head. And then in the last one, it's like turning into braids. You gotta just braid it.
I'm such a big octopus fan, and that's perfect for all the different voices. That was beautiful. Thank you. Oh, I think we're finished. Are we done?
Do you want to? We can take one more, Danny, maybe, and then we'll wrap up. Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Hi.
Like how everybody was surprised every time the camera went to them. So I picked 2 inanimate objects rather than kind of inside my own head. And for the first frame, I have some potting soil. And then there's this plant.
I love that plant.
And it says, it'll be nice moving into a roomier place. And then, whoops, this way. And then like Shovel's talking, and it says, wow, look at how much dirt I can fit in this pot. The dirt's so soft and moving it's fun. And then the last one, it's like covered in dirt, and the shovel says, what was I doing? And that's it.
Oh, I love that. Wow, thank you so much to everyone for coming and for sharing, and I'm just absolutely mind blown by the variety and skill. What a talented bunch you are. We'd love it if you could share your artwork if you didn't get a chance to share tonight with us, or even if you did, stick it up on Instagram or Twitter, and if you tag me Monday Morn and the Believer, and I think if you use the hashtag Friday Night Comics, so we can all have a look at everyone's incredible work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
Thank
so
you.
fun.
Nice weekend, everyone.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
you.
Bye.